Do you start New Year's resolutions and do absolutely horrible at them? Or do you do really well in the beginning and then fail and don't succeed? Well, hopefully this video helps you. We're gonna cover goal setting today. You probably know how to set a goal, but let's say you don't. What can you do to make a new goal? You do have to consider these few things, like what do you want? What do you like? What do you dislike? What are the limitations? So like, you should know your limitations. Like, you can't travel every day if you don't have any money, or so there's SMART goals. Everybody knows what the heck a SMART goal is. I believe you do, at least. They're specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And then there's other goals, like WISE goals, which are written, integrated, synergetic, and expansive. Then there's bag goals, like, you gotta get that bag. So those are big, hairy, audacious goals. I thought it was audacious, but these are super bold and inspirational. So like, I want to be rich. I want to make 400K a year. And then there's also one word goals. So like, I want to be patient. So you would just say patient. And then there's the whole system setting, which isn't technically goals. It's not goals itself, but we will talk about this later. So now we have SMART goals. Everyone's heard of these, right? Everybody should have heard of these by now. They're specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, they're relevant. It's pretty helpful if you know what you're doing. Like specific, it has to be like, I'm gonna go buy a car on Friday. Like, that's specific. Measurable is like, I could see that there's a difference between what I did and what I haven't done. Like, achievable would be like something that isn't too out of your realm. Like, I can't say that I'm gonna run 100 miles tomorrow when I haven't run one in like 2 years. And then there's relevant, so it like will actually help you get to the thing you want. And then there's time bound, which kind of goes into achievable, where you're restricted to amount of time because otherwise you probably wouldn't do the goal. And then, they're pretty reasonable. They're helpful. They help you get things done. They make it harder to get lost if you set them and remember you have them. My problem is when I first heard of these, like, how the hell do you implement them? I never really got a SMART goal to work for me because I didn't have reminders. I didn't break it down. The systems video is helpful in its own way. The base idea is to use SMART goals and make that a habit. So you break down your goals to actions, and you do the actions in a way that is second nature to you, which is a habit. When you hear about all these different goal types, you think like they are different, but they really are nearly the same. Like being specific, connecting together well, and expanding your future. So no matter if you choose SMART or WISE or BAG or systems, it can still get you to that end result if you implement it well. And part of that is integrating the actions into your daily life by habits, which is why I would consider something that breaks it down for you. Like the 12-week year, or I use Notion. I use this template from Hello Corey. Shout out to her. There will be a link in the description so you can see it. During those 12-week years, quote unquote, you set both weekly ideas, daily ones, and you evaluate what is good and bad. So like, I've been using this for 8 weeks and only completely skipped a week or two because of my mental health. And honestly, it is so helpful, even if I'm not 100% successful. And as of writing, I have already completed 2 of my 12-week goals. And I've started to write my next. I need to write my next ones because it's a project. You don't have to use Notion though. If it doesn't work for you, if you want a physical medium, you can use notebooks, online resources like Google Docs. You can use apps that remind you to keep up with a task, habit trackers or helpers like Habitica, which I occasionally use. Don't feel stuck in using a specific product for this. You don't have to. So here's some ideas for how to set these goals and make them work for you. So like one of these, the big goal here on the left is get all A's in my class. So you break that down into different tactics. So your tactic for, say, week 1 would be to be study consistently. And then another tactic would be find out why I'm not getting all A's. And then you break that down. So like, here's some things that I can do. Block out time for studying. On Monday, I block out time for studying. And I set like, I'm going to study on Tuesday for 2 hours, on Thursday for 2 hours, and Saturday for 1 hour, something like that. And then you have specific things that you're going to do each day. And then there you have the review things that you learned in class on the same day twice. So any day you have class, you would review stuff an hour later, and then again at whatever time that you would set. So like 8 p.m. if you wanted. And then for your second one of your other tactics is find out why I'm not getting all A's. You could break that down and, okay, I need to review my test. So on Thursday, I'm going to review my test for 1 hour at 4 p.m. and see what I messed up. And then a second thing would be I would check what I'm missing in knowledge. So like, if I could either have somebody quiz me, I could write questions myself, I can read the book and see what I didn't know or something like that, like try to summarize it. And that's just one way. And then there's another thing like, oh, I'll meet my professor on Thursday at 3 p.m. or whatever his office hours are. Those are like little things you can do on a daily or regular basis, or to get to the bigger thing is find out why I'm not getting A's, which is your goal to get to all A's in all your classes. Another option for that is losing weight. So this one, your big goal is to lose weight. That's not really specific. So maybe you would say, I want to lose like 30 pounds by the end of October. So then you would set little tactics for the week or weeks if you wanted to continue to use the same tactics. So you would say, I'm going to change my eating habits. And by change my eating habits, I really mean like I'm going to start eating healthier. So then like I'm going to eat veggies with each meal. So every single meal I have veggies. All week I have to avoid fast food, or like I can only eat fast food on like Sunday or something. And then with fruit for breakfast. Every day that I eat breakfast, I have fruit. You make that a habit, and then it'll roll into the changing my eating habits, and then that'll roll into losing weight. Same for exercise more often. To be more specific, you would be like, okay, I want to exercise more, like 3 times a week. Yeah, 3 times a week for this week. So I work out on Monday, on Wednesday, and Friday, 5 p.m. And then my workout would be X, Y, and Z, because you need to be specific so that you know what the heck you're going to do, and you're not like, oh, what am I going to do? Blah, blah, blah. I'm just sitting here with this goal that I don't know what to do. And then you're less likely to like actually do it if you don't have specifics and days and all that stuff. This will also tie into my next video about setting goals and some goals examples, because I think people probably need ideas for goals sometimes. Now, I hope you gained something from this video. And if you think this video was any help, please hit the like button so I know if this content is even worthwhile to you. In my next video, we will talk about breaking habits and how to reduce the carnage of habit breaking. So more like how to restrict yourself from breaking habits, or how to avoid breaking habits. And I hope you're around next week. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.